Hi, this is Philip with RTX Honeybees. This video is a follow-up video that I made to another video called Acorn Frames Experiment, the Setup. In the first video, you will see how I received frames from Acorn beekeeping equipment, totally unsolicited. There was no expectation to review them or to do a video. Just go watch that video and you will understand.
Okay, so it's been 1 month. It's August 28th, and let's check and see if they drew out any comb in these deeps that we added. I'd like to go ahead and tell you that I did not feed these colonies. Got busy, went on vacation, and got super hot. Temperature's finally starting to cool off. We're getting the high 90s, mid to high 90s now, and next week we're supposed to be down below 90 for a few days. But really no excuse other than, yeah, just got busy, life getting away. So we may not have anything drawn out in any of these three, but let's have a look and see. Also anxious to see if the population dropped significantly in these bees, because they had a ton of bees in here. I can sure hear bees in the top here. These supers that I put on were wet supers. It'd be interesting to see if they've... Seemed like there was a late flow here in Capel, but probably not as late as I put these on end of July, so probably not that late. Let's have a look here and see. I recall, you guys are just seeing it, but I recall that I was concerned about the queen a little bit on this one. So hopefully she's not above the excluder. Yeah. That super's pretty empty. It's got a little weight to it, but not much. We're here to check on the supers below, so if there's any honey in here, then that'll just be a pleasant surprise and a head start on the fall crop. That's got a little more weight to it. Hopefully they hold form and maybe we get a little something. They're not really bothering me too much, but I kind of want to just pump this smoker to keep it lit. Okay, this super has a significant amount of weight. That bee acts like it wants to sting me, but she didn't. Guys, I can't resist. I gotta look in here. Probably need to reduce these supers down to 8 or 9. I've got 10 in here. They were just put on here to clean up, but it looks like they're filling these up with honey. Yeah, that's a full super right there. Not capped, so there's plenty of time to reduce it. That one there actually is capped a little bit next to it. So, but we're here to look at. I'll come back and manage those a little later. But they're filling this up with honey, so they're finding something. Yeah, that's got some good weight to it. That's 20 pounds of honey at least. All right, let's see. If they had honey, that means they should have been possibly drawing some comb. Let's just have a look, see. Okay, so this Can you guys see that? This has my foundationless in the center, and on the sides of it are 2 Acorn frames, and then just empty comb on the outsides here, which I'm just gonna. Okay, so let's just go from the outside. There's nothing on this first one, nothing here. On the second one, foundationless. These are starting to get a little annoyed with me. I need to make sure I move fairly quickly because I don't want to promote any robbing. Nothing on this one. That's the third one in. There's 9 supers and 9 frames in here. Now, I can already tell you that I think I'm going to have to admit that I'm wrong about something. I've always said that I thought that bees preferred nothing over something. But I'm going to tell you something. The bees, and be careful that I don't move the queen. This is full of honey and pollen. This is the Acorn frame. And they have drawn the whole thing out. Let me just get a little closer for you guys. This is incredible. Look at this. Both sides, they've drawn it out and filled it with nectar and pollen. Try to get out of the shadow here. That's impressive. Hats off to Acorn for these frames. All right, if my theory were correct, at least my frame in the middle would be drawn out completely. My theory that they prefer nothing over plastic or wax. This one is stuck to the bottom. Okay, look at that. That's all they drew out from the one in the dead center of the colony. And on the other side of that, these are getting pretty aggravated with me. Is the Acorn frame. And it is drawn out pretty much completely and filled with pollen and nectar. These Acorn frames are for real, guys. That's impressive. And my frame, empty. On the next one over, and the rest are empty. So, all right, I'm gonna close these guys back up. Let them continue on. I may come back and take those away just because I'm running single deep brood management. I'm interested to see what the ones that have more Acorn frames in them the results are. Ooh, that's heavy. That's encouraging. I'm gonna have to come back and knock these down to 8 frames each, because that's going to yield me some honey hopefully in the fall. We shouldn't be on a flow until maybe another couple of weeks, or even as just beginning a flow maybe. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put my queen excluder in. All right. Got a bee in my shirt getting stung. All right, I'm gonna come back. Ah, shoot, I gotta do that right now. Let me pause the video, put the queen excluder in. This colony was a little gentler than that first one last time I was in them, but those from that first colony, I'm standing right in front of them, so they may just keep coming after me. Yeah, a lot of bees here. Cleaned up that. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Let's take them off one at a time. I was gonna try to pop them off. Yeah, this is pretty light here. That's light. So that's really no honey to speak of. This looks fairly empty also. This colony wasn't as strong as that first one. So maybe you not get anything. All right, so if you guys, I apologize for the angle. You'll just have to trust me. There's a Acorn frame in the dead center. There's my frame, empty, no foundation on either side of that. Acorn frame, Acorn frame. So there's 3 Acorn frames separated by my frames, and then there's 2 of my frames on either side on the outsides. I will tell you there's not nearly the bee population up here, so we may not see much, but let's give it a shot and see. Outside frames, just like on the other colony. 2 outside frames, completely undrawn. First Acorn frame in from the edge, nothing, nothing. That was the frame number 3 of 9. This is 4 of 9, nothing. This is the Acorn frame in the middle, nothing and nothing. So they have not drawn any comb on any of the Acorn frames or on my frames. So these are some that I probably should feed. Matter of fact, I think what I'll do, let me check the weight on them. Yep, they're pretty light. So I have to make a decision. They're not in terrible shape though. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Probably nothing in these. Let me just have a look, see if they've stored any nectar or honey. They have not. So I am going to leave. I'll go ahead and throw the queen excluder back on here just to have a place to put it. I'm going to leave these 2 drawn honeycombs off. Of that one. This one actually has a little bit of nectar in it. A bee has managed to get in my veil, so I let it out. I'm going to put one of these honey supers back on. One of those frames had some nectar in it, and there's more bees in this top box. It feels really light though, so I don't think there's anything in here. I'm going to take, got stung right between the eyes when I was taking my veil off to let a bee out. Yeah, there's a little bit of nectar in that frame because the bees are drinking it. I'm going to take one of these frames that's for sure empty out, put that nectar frame right there. All right, yeah. See, this has some bees on it. There's some nectar there. They're drinking it. I think I have another bee in my veil. Are you on the inside? On the outside. Okay. All right, let's just slide you guys over. Just going to rotate you here. Last one to check. This one right here. I do have a bee in my veil, but I'm not taking it off because last time I did that, I got stung between the eyes. A different bee. Feels fairly light. It's a little heavier on the bottom. Let's try something here. Ah, dang. Taking some stings where I'm trying to wear my cooler clothes. Got another sting in my hand. Ouch. Ouch. All right, that's 3 stings in the hand, guys. These are not the most docile creatures. I'm gonna go put some gloves on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got my hands protected. After 3 strings in the hand, it wasn't going to stop because I got the pheromone on me. All right, just a tiny bit, a little bit of honey in that, more than in the second one. Not as much as in the first one. Ah, I do see some white wax. Now, if you recall, in this one, I have 5 acorn frames right in the middle. 2 of my frames on outsides of that, and these already had some comb in them. So I'd have to go back and look at the earlier part of the video to see if they do anything new in these outside ones. Looks like they cleaned it up a little. It's mostly drone brood there. But let me tell you something, guys. Check this out. This is the first acorn frame. So this is frame number 3 from the edge. That's the outside right there. And that is almost, they've started to draw that out. And the inside is almost completely drawn out. There's a bee in my bonnet. It's hit me right in the eyebrow. Second frame of acorn in. Drawn almost completely on that side. All right, bee. And then not quite all the way drawn, but they've started drawing that side and filling it with nectar. So far, I haven't seen a queen come up into here, which is good. I don't want a queen coming up into this area. All right, almost completely drawn out, filled with nectar. That was the middle frame. This is really heavy. They're even starting to cap this a little bit. Completely filled with nectar on that acorn frame. They're drawing this thing out except for a little bit right here in the corner and on this edge, which I think they'll get to doing that also. Same thing on this one. On the outside, they've started drawing it, but it's real thin. But then we get to my frame, which is right next to where they've been working comb. And nothing. They're starting to festoon here a little bit. So see if I'm still. Yeah, my microphone should be still working. So guys, let's get these closed out. Discourage any robbing. But I am really, really impressed with these acorn frames. Wishing right now I'd remembered the name of the lady that sent them. I'll have to go back in and look at the card. But I want to thank her for sending me those because she has proven me wrong. Bees definitely prefer a heavily waxed plastic acorn frame to a foundationless frame. I'm convinced. Thank you guys for coming along for this little citizen science or unofficial experiment. This is Philip with RTX Honeybees. Thank you for watching.